Hey guys, Andrew, Tabletop Farms. Do a little quick greenhouse tour. It's been a while since we put a video out. Hopefully that's going to change here really quick. I'm working on a board, a template board now for burning holes in fabric for our kale and chard and celery for this year. I'll show you that here in just a second and show you how we do that. Here is kale. This is a Black Magic kale. I've up potted this. I've got some stuff in the ground. This stuff really needs to get in the ground, and that's what I'm burning the holes for, so I can get this in the ground tomorrow. Probably Sunday at this point, Monday. We've got market tomorrow. This is rainbow or bright light Swiss chard. It is a multi-colored stem. Obviously, you see the leaves. More Black Magic, and this is A-Run kale. It's more of a curly kale. This is the Los Soñado or dinosaur kale. And then we are going to be growing some white chard. This is Fort Hood chard this year for another vendor at one of the markets. They do a lot of juicing, so they need the white so it doesn't turn their juices brown or all kinds of funky colors. We got lots of lettuce, kohlrabi stuff. This will be going in the ground here in about 20 days. I've got groundwork up for that. You may hear the fan in the background. Obviously, we got all of our microgreens. These are fresh out of the germ chamber today. Actually, a couple hours ago. This is all next week's stuff. The peas really enjoy this time of year. All of that stuff. We still have mums. This is a chard that escaped, and we've just let it grow in the greenhouse. Mums from last year we need to do, like fan and stuff. We've got, that one is the rosemary or lavender. Oh, this is lavender, sorry. This is the rosemary back here. We've got thyme. We've got all kinds of herbs. They're started already. Dill we overwintered in the greenhouse here. And we've got tomatoes in the back. And we've got baby peppers coming up already. So I'm working on, this is another one I'll show you down the road, but I'm going to be working on a heating table for the tomatoes and peppers so they grow a little bit better. But I was talking about the template board. Oh, we've got dogs kept breaking in here. And they won't stay very long. So with this particular one, I've started with the holes here on this board. All we're using, that's a scrap piece of plywood I got out of the barn. We do 30-inch beds, so everything's based off of 30 inches. And then we have our walkways. But I choose to use a 2 1/4 hole saw. Other than that, it's just need a measuring tape and a writing utensil. But we do our chard, kale, celery on 12-inch in row, and they will be 10 inches apart. So this hole to here across from it is 10 inches. Now they're diagonal and set off, so we get a little bit more space. I don't have my tape right here, but the next hole will be here, it'll be staggered, and this hole will be here. So we'll go along, do that, and then I can lay that and line this up. Obviously, I've centered the board here in the middle, and this would be the center line on our fabric. I've got a video out there of how we burn our fabric. When I get this done and ready to set up, I'll do a refresher video on how we're doing the fabric. But all you really need for the fabric is your template, and then just a butane, propane, or this is a blue bottle, so this is propane, but if you can get the yellow bottle, which is a MAC gas, it actually allows you to invert and burn that way, which is how you typically have those things. They'll burn better. So that's what we have going on right now at Tabletop. Germ chamber is stacked pretty full. We've got beets. Greenhouses are all, I guess we could go out and look at the greenhouses real quick. We still have, it is January. That's towards the end of January. It is a mud mess out here. We just had 10 inches of snow, 2 weeks ago, and we're just now getting rid of it. Cleared off this stuff. So, just kind of do a refresher on everything. Not much coming up yet in the tunnel. We got down to -30. Wind chills, maybe -35, somewhere in there. Everything fared pretty well. Spinach, kale, looks pretty good. We should have some greens coming up and radishes coming up in that bed right there. And we've got radishes and turnips in this bed. This bed here goes to potatoes, for new potatoes on Monday. We're going to do more greens and a few things in here. We've got about 25 days till tomatoes go in. So kind of limited on what we can get in there. What I'll probably end up doing is do a radish mix of some sort. I got some daikon radishes that I can put in there and use just as a cover crop and green manure and get a little green growth going. We'll walk back here real quick. We still do have stuff growing outside. That is green onions underneath those covers. The covers survived pretty dang well. Obviously the 10 inches of snow really helped. You can see stuff was still green. I know we were down in central Missouri, about a week ago, and everything's brown. But since we had all the snow, everything stayed green until it melted off. We've got carrots growing here. Another couple hundred bed feet of carrots there. And then all the way at the very, very far end is strawberries. You won't see much in this tunnel. The previous tunnel that we just went through, I do keep it. I think I've got it set at like 35 degrees right now. So it is never going to freeze. Got to force this door open. Right now, in this tunnel, which is unheated, we do have things covered up. As you can see back there, turnips did really well. Got Salanova under that blanket. We're supposed to get some sunshine. Once we get sunshine, I'll take these row covers off and put them back in at night. We got spinach underneath there as well. Baby spinach looks really, really good. This will all get planted next week, the empty beds in here. But once we get some sunlight, we are trying to crop steer and trying to get some of that stuff to grow just a little quicker. So I'm trying to keep all the heat I can in there. But when the sun pops out, we'll get the sunshine on those things and they'll really start going. We're supposed to be going to, I don't know, mid-50s next week, so, and sunshine. So we'll dry some of this mud up as well. But I mean, nothing's salvageable really out here. But actually this second bed here is all radishes, and that's actually those probably will survive, and we'll get those out early spring. But as you can see, everything's just water, water, water everywhere. So this is some of our salad mixes we've left in there just for a cover crop. Hold the soil. It got so cold that our taped zippers actually came off, just fell right off. So even in the cat tunnel, I did a video, I think on TikTok, showing this, but like I said, we had negative 30 degrees, negative 40 degrees, somewhere in there, wind chills, and we got to just shy of negative 20 degrees, actual temperature, air temperature outside. We did have this row cover on this arugula and the Salanova here, which this Salanova's past prime. This is waiting to be tore out and planted. This is where the kale and everything will go. Radishes, chard even survive really well. Green onions and some salad mix back there. It is going to get cool tonight, so we've got the end of the tunnel open as well. I'm just trying to let some airflow through here. But that is really what's happening on Tabletop Farms right now. Busy at work, ready for spring season, ready for the mud to go away. So, until next time, we thank you for joining us. Pull up a chair and welcome to Tabletop Farms.